Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James, and I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. However, I'm not just limited to helping you with relationships. So if there are other areas, oh my gosh, you look so cute. If there are other areas of your life that you're looking to create peace, harmony, and abundance in, then feel free to reach out to me. Remember, life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. There are no circumstances in the way. The circumstances literally do not matter, okay? And I put out a 30-minute live stream about 2 days ago. I'm going to link it up here for you guys to reference back to. It was a 30-minute live stream where I go over the entire process of manifesting. And the biggest thing that I want to make clear here is these circumstances do not matter. Okay. They really do not matter. And I know I see some comments from some people that say, well, what if I did this? Or what if this happened? Or what if their parents don't agree with it? Or I said and did this, and I don't think it's repairable. Or what about this? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the only answer that I have for you when you ask about circumstances, because the only reason you're asking about circumstances is because you don't believe, which is going to be the topic of today's video. So once again, the circumstances literally 1000% do not matter. They don't matter. They don't. Okay. So remember, life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. Okay. When you become the change you seek to experience, you're going to experience that change everywhere you go. You are showing the world how to treat you based on what you at a core foundational level, core subconscious level, believe and feel about yourself, and the meaning that you assign, the value that you assign to the things that are happening around you. When you get very proficient at manifesting, you start to recognize that, oh, I can actually choose to believe and think about this differently. And through holding that core belief, it actually changes the circumstance. Now, in my community tab, I posted a post today. I've been posting quite a bit in the community tab. If this is your first time here on my channel, then I definitely recommend you check out my community tab. You just go to, this is my channel right here. I'm live. See this little community button? You're just going to hit that. Okay. And it's going to take you to this community tab where I post literally tons and tons and tons of success stories every day. But I posted something today, and I'm just going to read it really quickly, and then I'm going to explain it. Okay. So I started this post saying, Plato's allegory of the cave. The world is illusionary. When you stop believing in the illusions and wake up and unshakably believe in what you are creating, you will see the illusions fade and reform to the new beliefs you have practiced and ingrained. Not just 99% believe, go all the way. You will reap the rewards of your bravery and persistence. Love always wins. Okay. So why did I list Plato's allegory of the cave? Well, this is something that we all typically learn about through standardized education. And I'm not going to go over I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but essentially what it is people are born in a cave and they're chained there and their heads are forced to look forward, and on the wall, there are shadows that are casted by people that are hiding behind another wall, okay? So essentially, these people are born in a cave. They don't know what is real. They don't know what is not real. All they know are the shadows on the wall, okay? And somebody escapes the cave and recognizes, the truth of reality and tries to go back in the cave and tell everybody about the truth. That part is kind of not necessary. The part that I want to really explain, though, is this is how your reality works, okay? Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and you will, okay? When you look at the affirmation tapes that I put out on my channel, the biggest things that I focus on are trust, believe, knowing, allowing yourself to receive, but particularly unshakable belief, because this is what actually creates your reality, all right? So I want you to see that you've kind of been given this programming, whether you received it from your parents or from society, whatever it may be, it doesn't really matter. Your reality is an instant manifestation of the beliefs that you hold in your subconscious mind. You're getting instant feedback. So like I said in my 30-minute video a few days ago, you don't really need to go in depth and go on a healing journey to figure out where you got these beliefs. You just want to identify them and change them. That's it, okay? And you do that the way you do that is listening to the beliefs at nighttime, okay? The easiest way, at least in my opinion. So let's talk about the illusion part though, and why I say there's no separation. You're actually not separate from your environment. You and your environment are deeply entangled. And if you've ever experienced manifestation, I want to explain a few things here too. I want to take a step back from that all, actually, and I want to explain some of my previous content, okay? So everybody is you pushed out is a highly advanced spiritual topic. And a lot of people have a hard time applying that topic because you can know it conceptually, but in the moment when you're getting an opposite result or somebody's showing up doing something that you don't like, you kind of fall into a state of amnesia and you forget that everybody is you pushed out. So the loophole that I found around that is to think that they have traumas and to give them compassion, essentially. So with your partner, however they're showing up, if you can be compassionate, then you're going to stop reacting to it, which is going to allow you to ascend into a higher state of consciousness. And when you get to a higher state of consciousness, you're going to really see that everybody and everything has just been showing up based on what you believe and felt at a core level. So there's no separation. How literally everything is showing up in your reality is an instant manifestation of the beliefs you hold in your subconscious mind. Okay? That's why you have the ability to instantly manifest things to you, people, places, and things. How they show up and treat you is a literal instant feedback of what your core foundational subconscious beliefs are, okay? So there's no separation. Everybody is you pushed out, like I said, is a highly advanced spiritual topic. And sometimes when people get into manifesting, like at the beginning, the way that I view it is like you learn these basic manifesting principles, which is like elementary algebra. And then everybody is you pushed out is like calculus 3. Okay, so you can kind of conceptually understand it, but when it comes to applying it, you need to just kind of elevate in your consciousness level a little bit more. Okay, but let's talk about the illusionary part of this. Okay, so when you are in a sleep state, an unconscious state, and you have these natural programs that are just running in your subconscious mind, you start to see that your reality is not that fun. Okay, so people are not showing up very nicely. You're constantly getting rejected. You have a lot of issues in your reality. Things don't seem to be working. Now, what you're doing when you listen to the affirmation tapes at nighttime is you're going from one self-concept where you have no self-belief, you don't believe that you're worthy, deserving, can achieve anything that you want, you're in a very limited space, into a self-concept that is limitless, okay? The key thing that you need to understand, okay, is it all comes down to belief. It all comes down to belief, all right? So when it comes to circumstances or things that pop up that you are not wanting to have as your experience, if you react to it, okay, so let's say somebody pops up in my reality and they say, I don't like you. I don't like you, Dylan, okay? All right, and then I go, oh my gosh, why is this person saying they don't like me? How do I change their mind? How do I get this to stop? Okay, that reaction right there, how do I change their mind? How do I get them to stop? Okay, that is coming from your disbelief. If I genuinely believe that I'm worthy, I am likable, I am loved, I genuinely, not 99% believe it, 100%. I 100% believe I'm always loved and liked and embraced everywhere that I go. I'm always receiving. I am abundant. Then somebody could pop up in my reality and say, I don't like you, and it wouldn't get a reaction out of me. I'd just be like, okay, no, you actually do. I'm going to move on with my day. I'm not going to worry about that. And then they would change and say they do like me. Why? Because of the belief. Your belief is instantly creating your reality. There's no separation. So the only time somebody would pop up and say they don't like you is if you, at a core level, don't believe you're actually worthy of being liked. It's not happening to you. It's happening through you. Okay? And the more that you try to battle with your reality or manipulate it or control it, that is a manifestation of your disbelief. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more biblically here for a second. Although you guys know I was a biochemistry major, I like to talk about manifestation through science. I like to talk about it through psychology. I like to talk about it spiritually, but I do want to talk about the Bible for a second because it does have a lot of really great points in it. The main thing that you hear is have unshakable trust, faith, and belief. Okay. Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Okay? What that means is no matter what shows up in your reality, no matter what is presented to you, you do not allow that to throw you off. You don't battle with it. You don't try and control it. You don't argue with it. You don't give it any resistance. The moment that you do any of those things, you have dropped into a state of disbelief. You have dropped into a state of distrust. You have dropped into a state of no faith. And because you are so powerful, because that is where you are in your beliefs, you will continue to see the cycles perpetuate in your reality. It's illusionary, okay? And you're going to really see this all as you all wake up and start to recognize that you have been creating your reality this whole time. It's all been a natural byproduct of your subconscious beliefs, and that's what you're all seeing. So when you listen to the 8-hour affirmation tracks at nighttime, you're starting to see things instantly manifest, right? You're having little thoughts, they're popping up in your reality. You think of somebody, they call you. You think of something and it starts popping up everywhere, right? You have been creating your reality this whole time based on what you believe at a core foundational subconscious level. Okay. And this is really important, especially when it comes to manifesting a specific person or something that seems unachievable. Okay. The more that you dwell over it, the more that you try to figure it out, the more that you entertain the illusion, the disbelief, the more you're going to see that be your experience. And that's why I've been telling you all, listen to the belief track at nighttime, and then during the day, go and do whatever you want. Walk and live with that belief and that faith. That I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to think about it. It's already done. Because if you genuinely believed, if you 100% believed with full conviction, with full trust and faith, belief, right? You wouldn't need to think about it anymore. You would know it's done. Nothing could throw you off. Okay. Now, if you do get thrown off and you react to circumstances and you feel knocked down, don't be hard on yourself. Okay. You have to be very forgiving with yourself. You're already forgiven. Okay. This is another thing that I want to say here. It's really interesting to me that a lot of people in the church say you need to be forgiven for your sins. And like they perpetuate these fear mongering things where it's like, well, if Jesus already died for us, then we're already forgiven. Jesus, right? Your imagination, however you want to think about it. So there's no sin to be forgiven for. It's just interesting to me because the church teaches this, but then it's like, well, if you teach people that they need to be forgiven for their sins, then they're going to keep on sinning and they're going to keep on needing to be forgiven, but they're already forgiven. Okay. So the way that things are being taught right now is completely backwards. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you react to things, or if you fall into disbelief, or if you fall into powerlessness, or if you fall into no faith, and you give in to what's going on in front of you, the next thing that you need to do is wake up and remember, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to forgive myself. This is a growth process. I'm establishing more trust, belief, and faith in myself. And it's okay. I'm already forgiven. I'm already good. Okay. And you hop back into that mindset, because the thing is, the moment that you genuinely believe, even if you've made mess ups, nothing can really mess it up. Okay. The moment you genuinely believe, you're going to see it change. So there's nothing that can really mess up your manifestation except for your disbelief, your distrust, and your lack of faith. Okay, that's really it. And even if you have those things, that's fine, because if you keep sleeping with the affirmation tapes on at nighttime, you're going to get that belief, trust, and faith, because your subconscious is continually being inundated with these beliefs. So even if you can't believe right now, if you can't trust, if you have no faith, if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, persist with listening to the affirmations at nighttime, because those affirmations are saying, I believe in myself, I trust myself, I have faith. And now we need to talk about also the specific things, that the people on the plate and how they're showing up in your reality. Okay. They're not separate than you. It's not separate than you. It's not separate than you. People are not doing things to you. It's your disbelief that is manifesting these circumstances. And the more that the faster you recognize that, and you stop feeling like it's happening to you, and you go, oh, okay, this doesn't matter. I'm not even going to worry about this. I trust, I believe, I can move on with my day. Nothing's wrong here. I literally don't care. I'm going to go have a beautiful day right now. I'm going to go take in some fresh air. I'm going to go live in the abundance that I deserve. And that thing over there is already done. You're going to see that it changes. Okay. Now I do want to talk about a really cool success story that I posted yesterday. I had a client session with a really nice young man. He's a Marine, and we were talking about his specific person. Okay. And I gave him some affirmations to listen to at nighttime and just explain the process to him. And so he had been trying to manifest this person, and he's also into fitness. And he sent me this message. Okay. I'm going to read it to you. If you want to pause the video and watch and like read it, you can. Okay. But I'm going to read it here. He said, Dylan, you can't make this up. I was in the gym today. I hit a new weight on one of my lifts that I had never even attempted before in my life for 2 2 reps. I was feeling absolutely amazing, had a great workout afterwards. And sure enough, the person that I'm trying to manifest sent me this mid-workout. Now, I think the funny thing is, okay, what his person sent him says, God has been telling me to reach out to you, and I don't really know why, but I'm just following it. Hope all is well. His specific person got a download that God has been telling her to reach out to him. And so she reached out to him because he's been believing and trusting and walking with unshakable faith. Okay. That's normal. And I said that to him when he sent me this. I was like, yeah, that's really believable. It's really normal because you guys, you're manifesting your whole reality. It's all an instant manifestation of your beliefs. And this is why you don't want to focus on changing the circumstances, because the circumstances are a manifestation of your disbelief. So the more that you focus on the circumstances and you try and rewrite them in your mind, okay, and you try and change it in your mind, you're focusing on your disbelief. The circumstance is a manifestation of your disbelief. Stop trying to change the circumstance and go more into I'm believing, I'm worthy, I'm trusting, I'm having faith. Whatever I want wants me, it is done. Because if you had that belief to begin with, that circumstance would have never manifested. That's why I'm having you all focus on your self-concept, because it's not about changing the circumstances. They are an instant manifestation of what you believe about yourself. If somebody is rejecting you, that is because you have a belief in your subconscious mind that I'm not worthy of love. If somebody is not respecting you, that is because at a core foundational level, you have a belief that I'm not worthy of respect. Now, some of you may try and argue me on this and say, but Dylan, on a conscious level, I do know I'm worthy. I do know that I'm worthy of respect. Why is this happening to me? If you are reacting to it, that is because you don't believe. Think about it. If I genuinely believe that I'm worthy of respect, then anytime somebody tries to disrespect me, I'm not going to give it a reaction. It's not going to trigger me. Your trigger, the reaction that you have, is the signifier of your actual beliefs. If something is getting a response out of you, a triggered response out of you, that is because you don't actually believe. Okay? So that's what you need to see here. You may on a conscious level say, but I know I'm amazing. I don't understand why this is happening to me. Well, if you actually believed that you are worthy of love and respect, then you wouldn't care if somebody tries to come up and disrespect you. It wouldn't faze you. You wouldn't be bothered by it. In fact, if you genuinely believed that you were worthy of love and respect, it wouldn't happen, because everything is an instant manifestation of your beliefs. Okay? So that's what you want to see. It's not happening to you, it's happening through you. That's why you have the ability to manifest people, places, and things to you. Okay? And you all are already manifesting specific people all the time. So when you think of a friend and they call you, you just manifested a specific person. There's no difference between your friend and your lover. There's no difference between a certain amount of money or a job. Wake up from the illusion. Okay? That's why I brought up Plato's allegory of the cave. Okay, you've been raised in this world where you've been giving limited beliefs. Okay, it's been perpetuated through your family's lineage and also the media. Okay, and the more that you just inundate yourself with these new beliefs in your mind, you're going to get the results. Now, the other thing here that I want to say is some people have been saying, well, why are some people getting results quicker than others? Like, why would it take longer? If you are listening to these tapes and you are looking out into your reality for the change, okay, you're looking out for the change, you're looking out there because you don't believe. So when something is really done, it's actually really interesting. The end state, okay, I want to talk about this, okay? The end state, a lot of people have been saying, well, I don't really care about my person anymore. I don't really care about manifesting anymore. Like, I'm getting to the space where I don't really care. I feel good. That's the end state. You're not doing anything wrong here. So there's also there's a misperception in what love is. So a lot of you think that love is missing. Like when you miss somebody, that's love. And if I don't miss them, then I'm not feeling love for them. No. Love is stable. Love is knowing. Love is kind of like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's normal in my life. So when you get into the end state, you're going to feel like you don't really care, because it's already done. You're not going to have this enormous feeling attached to it. The attachment, you guys have a misperception of what love is. You're thinking that missing feeling that you have is love. No, Love is stable. It's knowing, it's trusting, it's belief. It's like, okay, yeah, I trust that my person is here for me. So I'm not going to think about it. It's going to be like water. When I want water, I'm going to go drink water. When I want to talk to my person, I'm going to talk to my person. They're going to be consistent in my life. Okay. So if you are feeling like you've been listening for a while and you're looking out into your reality for a change and you have not felt better, okay, if you're still looking for the change, you're still thinking about it as separate than you, and that's why you're not getting results. It's an instant manifestation of you and your beliefs. You have to drop the circumstances and decide to feel better and walk with trust, belief, and faith, which means go do anything else you want in your reality. It's already done. That's all it means. You're not going to care anymore. It's going to be done for you. It's going to be like another normal part of your life. Okay. So it may just be, if you've been listening to these, you may be triggering yourself into disbelief because you're thinking about it as separate than you and you're looking outwards for the change. No, you are becoming the change. Okay. That's it. So think about it and really think about this here too. If you are in your new self-concept, then you would have no opposition in your reality. You would have no undesirable circumstances in your reality. That's why I say when you start to stabilize in your self-concept, the opposition is going to become like a distant memory. You're not going to be sitting here changing the circumstances in your mind. You're going to forget about them. They're no longer going to be existent because you're going to be in a new self-concept where everything's working and you're believing and you're trusting and you're walking with faith. So every time that you bring into your awareness in this new self-concept opposition or circumstances, you are reintroducing and recreating the very thing that you're trying not to create. Forget it, know that it's done, and enjoy your life, and you're going to get results. And then you can come in, okay? You can come in when you're in this new self-concept and make those natural assumptions that are going to manifest, which I'm going to link that video up here. I did a video the other day where I said, when your self-concept is in alignment, your assumptions are going to feel natural and they're going to manifest very quickly. It's not going to feel like you're affirming against a circumstance. If you feel like you're affirming against something, like I really need to change this, I really need this person to text me, they're not my reality, that you're acknowledging something that is not working. That is, you're dropping into an unconscious state and going into disbelief, and you're trying to change a circumstance that was manifested from your disbelief. That's why I say stabilize away from the resistance. Instead of trying to change the circumstance, focus on your self-concept. I am receiving, I am believing, I am trusting, I am worthy, I am deserving. It is happening now. I'm feeling love and creating it within myself. Now I'm feeling trust and I'm creating it within myself. Now I'm feeling faith and creating it within myself. Now you need to stabilize away from the resistance and the circumstances, because the circumstances are just a manifestation of the disbelief. And the more you focus on them, the more you're going to induce yourself into a state of unconsciousness, into a state of disbelief that perpetuates it. Okay. So you need to move away from it completely in your self-concept, and that's where you'll get results. Okay. So don't let anything that's happening to you throw you off, is essentially what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. It doesn't matter what anybody says to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a mountain in the way. It doesn't matter. Your faith and belief will move mountains. You can manifest money. You can manifest a person. You can manifest a specific job. You can manifest anything, as long as you genuinely believe. And so every time you want to ask a question, every time that you want to go to somebody externally and say, is it possible to do this? That is an instant manifestation of your disbelief. You need to be very observant of the behaviors that you have, because you're the defining factor. And so if you're looking out to your reality for validation, you're never going to get it because you're not believing in yourself. You just have to believe. That's literally it. You just have to believe. Now, I'm saying this like it's really easy, but I also understand when you're in a low self-concept, believing is going to be kind of a challenge until you inundate your consciousness with these affirmations and you sleep with them on. So if you're in that position right now where you notice yourself asking tons and tons and tons of questions, okay, and you can't control it, that's fine. Just keep listening to the affirmation tapes, because the moment it sinks in, you're going to shift out of that question mode and into receiving mode, and you're going to get movement. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. Thank you for all the thumbs up. You're absolutely limitless. There's nothing in the way. We have the power to change the world through our belief. Okay. So remember how powerful you are. Bye.